Testing. Alright. The introduction. If you are curious about paganism, you have come to the right place. Perhaps you are curious because one of your friends or family members is a pagan and you want to understand him or her better. Perhaps you are taking a world religions class or are studying the pagan movement through your church or Sunday school. Perhaps you are interested in paganism for yourself and want to discover if this is the spiritual path for you. Whatever your reasons for being here, you have found a good starting point. We hope to make paganism approachable and easy for you to understand. As we wrote this book, we wanted to be sure it accomplished two goals. The first is to provide facts and information about paganism in order to help you better understand the pagan movement. The second is to provide you with tools to help you move forward in your personal and spiritual development. To help you meet both of these goals, we've included a number of activities that can be used by any number of people in a variety of settings, including classrooms, Sunday schools, study groups, or private study. You can certainly use this book on your own, but if you know of others interested in paganism, you may find it enjoyable and enriching to study it with them. We also highly recommend that you acquire a journal or notebook before getting started, especially if you are using this book as an aid to spiritual development. A journal is an ideal place to take notes, write down your thoughts, answer the discussion questions, and do the journaling exercises. Each chapter contains one or more sets of journaling exercises designed to help you identify who you are right now and why and where you might like to go next. Your journaling captures a snapshot of who you are at this moment. Seeing parts of yourself on paper can help you gain insight on many levels. If you are working through this book with a group, sharing parts of your journaling with others can be meaningful for everyone. Some of our best memories in class come from students sharing their journaling with us, describing their struggles and successes, uncovering an old belief, writing a poem, or seeing something in a new way. Years from now, your journaling will make an interesting record of your spiritual journey. As you will already have noticed, this book is jointly written. Because River and I developed our understanding of paganism together, we decided to write this book together. Generally, we refer to ourselves as we, and occasionally as River and I, or Joyce and I. In those rare occasions when we or us is used to mean people in general, we will clearly say so. When one of us is reminiscing or telling a story, we identify which of us is speaking as we tell the story in the first person. Writing as a team and deciding which voice to use has presented some unique challenges, but we think you'll find that we keep shifts in voice to a minimum, and those we do make are easy to follow. This book is organized in chapters whose concepts build on each other as they progress. Chapter 1 begins with an overview of paganism, defines traditions that fall under the pagan umbrella, explains the pagan sacred liturgical year, explores pagan worship called ritual, identifies the typical elements of ritual, and finally sets out 7 principles of paganism. If you have time to read only one chapter of this book, then this is the chapter to read. Chapter 1 explores pagan approaches to the issue of belief and belief systems, and investigates the idea of religion as a type of belief system. In this chapter, you will be encouraged to examine your own beliefs, where they come from, and where they are likely to take you. Chapter 3 explores beliefs as they relate to images of God or deity. We examine the range of beliefs about deity that people have frequently adopted over the centuries, and look at the sorts of beliefs pagans often hold. Chapter 4 fearlessly addresses the issue of Satan and the historical developments that led to paganism's occasional and inappropriate association with Satan. We also encourage you to examine your own issues involving cosmic boogeymen, and explore what you fear spiritually. Chapter 5 lays the groundwork for paganism's belief in a living, conscious, cooperative universe, the existence of which forms the basis for much of paganism's magical practice. Chapter 6 then applies the view of the living universe to the practice of magic and explains what magic is, the types of magic, its applications and limitations, and how it is often performed by pagans. You will have an opportunity in this chapter to begin to enhance your own magical connections with the universe in a series of visualizations and exercises. Chapter 7 concludes the book with a discussion of ethics and human nature from a pagan perspective. It sets out 2 ethical systems followed by many pagans and provides a year-long system for developing virtue and values within yourself. At the back of the book, you'll find a recommended reading list by chapter so that you can pursue those subject areas of those most interest to you. And just so you know, I will be taking screenshots and putting them up in study group of like exercises and the back of the book and everything. So you don't have to worry about that part. As was mentioned earlier, one of our goals in writing this book is to help you in your journal of personal and spiritual growth. To support this goal, we've included numerous exercises, journaling, and discussion questions, and personal rituals and visualizations for you to experience. Through these hands-on activities, we hope to give you a taste of the kind of self-inquiry pagans encounter in their studies of paganism. Whether or not you decide to be a pagan once you finish is not as important as having provided you with tools to help you identify your values and goals. Why do you believe what you believe? Who are you and what is your spiritual nature? Who is God to you? How do you relate to the divine? And what do you want from your relationship with the divine? What is your place in the universe and how do you interact with it? What is evil to you and what do you fear spiritually? What are your values and how did you arrive at them? Unlike some religions, becoming a pagan is not about accumulating facts or knowledge, becoming theologically adept, memorizing holy texts, or adopting a predetermined belief system. Instead, becoming pagan often involves learning how to let go of attachment to dogma, to approach belief systems as objectively as possible, to accept responsibility for the beliefs and ethics you choose to adopt, and to take responsibility for the consequences of your beliefs as exhibited in your behavior. Spiritual development in some religions is measured by the degree to which you know the belief system and adhere to it in your daily life. Spiritual development in paganism can be measured by the maturity of your actions and the degree to which you participate in the interconnectedness of the universe. We certainly hope that when you finish this book, you will have a deeper understanding of paganism's beliefs, values, and practices. We also hope that you will have a deeper understanding of your own beliefs and values. Our efforts will have been successful if in some small way we help each of you move forward in your spiritual journey, wherever it may take you. Blessed be. So that concludes the introduction.